So welcome back everybody, Mike here. Today's video is called How to Grow Grass in Shady Areas. And if you notice, there's a question mark after it. So that's not like a statement, I'm kind of asking a question. Because I've been trying for 20 years, over 20 years, to grow grass in this area here behind me. And I can get it to grow, no problem at all. Each year, early April, I'll just rake it up, clean it all up, get all the old leaves out from last year, seed it, little starter fertilizer, and it'll grow. The problem is there's way too many trees around here, and it gets almost 100% shade by late spring, early summer. And I like all the trees, so I'm not going to cut the trees down. So I've just kind of got used to the fact that I will only have this area green behind me about 4 or 5 months a year. So if anyone has a better solution, please let me know, but I have never seen a way that it really works well to grow grass in a shady area. Now, if there wasn't so many trees, I'd spend some more time on this. I'd get the tiller out and do everything as best I can, but I know this isn't going to last. So tonight, I'm just going to use the rake on the tractor, get everything cleaned up, and that rake will help just kind of loosen the soil a little bit. A little starter fertilizer, some fescue, some ryegrasses, good shady mixed kind of seeds, and I'll mulch it with straw, and I'll have grass in about 2 weeks, and I'll show you. And then after that, all the leaves will come on the trees and it'll slowly start to die again. And by midsummer, end of July at the latest, it'll all be brown, muddy mess again. But that's the best I know how to do with this. That's why I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. If anybody has any suggestions, please comment below. I'm located in Pennsylvania. I know it's different in different parts of the country, but it's always been a struggle here. So this is what 6 months of winter will do to your lawn. This is a disaster area. The only good thing about a project like this is, going into it, you can't make it look any worse. Actually still have a bunch of leaves from last fall. Moles. It's pretty rough.
See who does all the work around here, right?
So I got everything raked up and smoothed up with the rake on the tractor. Next, I'm just going to touch it up with like a leaf rake, or maybe I have a 4-foot aluminum landscape rake. That thing will give you a workout, but just to kind of put the finishing touches on it. Like I said, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because I know what the end result is going to be. After you get to July, August, something like that, it's going to start to die off again. It does every year. It's virtually impossible to really grow good grass in a heavily shaded area. I mean, if it was easy, all those woods behind me would be green right now, and that's not the case. It's really tough to do. But I do have a few ideas and a few tips that can make it a little bit easier. First thing you want to do is try to get that grass growing before the leaves come on the trees. You know, get it loosened up, your soil loosened up, seeded, little starter fertilizer. Get that grass growing before the leaves come on the trees. Once the leaves start coming out and you have, you know, some grass growing and you start mowing it, leave that grass higher than the rest of your lawn. Each little blade of grass kind of works like a little solar panel, and you need all the sunlight you can get. So that's something else you want to do. Leave the grass a little bit higher in shaded areas. Something else you can do that will help is trim like the lower branches on the trees, even as the sun's rising in the morning or setting in the evening. When it's lower in the sky, any little bit of light helps. So if you cut some limbs down low, you can let more light in. That definitely helps as well. If anybody has any other ideas, please comment below, but those are just a few of the things that I can think of. And there's just one more. Don't think that you can, you know, just add more fertilizer and water it more and you're going to get it to grow. That's not how it works. Grass needs sunlight. That's kind of like, you know, if you don't have any air to breathe and you keep eating more and drinking more thinking that's going to make things better. It's not. You're still going to die. Grass needs the sunlight. So in about 2 to 3 weeks, this should all be green. As far as tips go for planting grass in shady areas, I only have 3 tips to offer. If anybody else has anything else, please comment below. First tip, always get your grass growing before the leaves come on the trees. It'll at least have a fighting chance if you do it that way. Second tip is once you start mowing, leave the shady areas a lot higher than the rest of your lawn. All the blades of grass, they kind of act like solar panels. They need that sun, and the bigger the blade, the more sun that it will get and the healthier it will be. The last tip, I guess, is wherever you can, trim some tree branches, anything you can do to allow a little bit more sunlight in. And but those are the 3 things that I know to do. Like I said, anybody else has anything to offer, please comment below. But anyway, like I always say, if you enjoy these videos, please click subscribe, and when you do, hit that little bell icon for notifications, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks.